Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Lou Phelps, CEO of KPC Media Group, publisher of the Greater Fort Wayne Business Weekly. It is my privilege to welcome you to the 13th Annual Innovation Awards. We also want to thank our virtual audience live with us right now on Facebook. We appreciate your understanding that we needed to limit the size of our in-person audience here for lunch as we continue to respect those who have concerns about COVID-19 and social distancing. A video of this program will be available within a few days on our Business Weekly website, FW Business, and on KPC Event Buzz, but more about that later. I'm so privileged to be in a room today with you, high achievers, innovators, and people who are making a difference right here in our region. Sincerely, really, when you think about it, the innovators were easily identified when we were kids back in school. Remember? They were the ones with big ideas. They thought about things in new ways. They were in the garage building things and worrying Mom. And they questioned everything. Sometimes those employees stress us, shall we say? But it is often from them that great ideas, new processes, new products, and new solutions are born. In fact, when talking with Lisa Long about what she and the judges felt was the overwhelming theme of this year's entries, it was just that, solutions. The pandemic forced us all to change, to adapt, to be resilient, and we did that by coming up with solutions to challenges, because certainly we all recognize that in most of our lifetimes this has been a very challenging business environment. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors and our advertisers. These companies play a very important role partnering with KPC and Greater Fort Wayne Business Weekly to help us honor innovative companies and individuals, people who day to day are part of why we are so fortunate to have business growth here in Northeast Indiana. The 2021 Innovation Award sponsors are Vera Bradley and Three Rivers Federal Credit Union. And some of you may have noticed that Vera Bradley has very kindly provided gifts for our winners today. For men, you have to find some woman in your life who understands and respects a Vera Bradley purse. We will begin the awards ceremony and announce our 2021 Innovator of the Year in just a few minutes. And I wanted to tell you, too, that we've added an innovation to this year's event that you're not ready for. At the conclusion of these awards, we'd like you to ask one member of your winning company to join us up here on the stage for a short roundtable to allow our audience to ask you questions. And I've got a few questions for you to answer, to share some of this brightness, this brilliance that are sitting here in this room. So as you, our audience, are listening about these different companies, think about questions that you'd like to ask people. And we'll make sure you have an opportunity to ask. I'm very pleased to announce a new innovation by KPC Media. As of August 1, we are launching a new co-working company here in Fort Wayne to be called Thinc Co-working, a relatively new concept in the Fort Wayne area. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, and my company in Savannah has been in co-working for 10 years. It's a great concept, and our Thinc community will provide entrepreneurs and smaller companies a number of very low-cost methods to run their company or get out of their home office and get help, and it will also help new companies that are looking to be established here to find a place to work initially and interview applicants. We'll officially announce Thinc in next week's edition of the paper. So as the program goes on, keep having seconds, be sure to have a cold drink, enjoy the program, and again, I want to thank you all. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Lisa Long, editor of the Business Weekly and managing editor of our 8 newspapers here in Allen and Whitley County. Lisa will be the MC for the awards and will tell you a little about all of our companies to be honored. So take it away, Lisa.
Thank you, Lou. Greater Fort Wayne Business Weekly is one of only 2 business journals in the state of Indiana. We cover news in 12 Northeast Indiana counties and 4 Northwest Ohio counties. As we went through the dozens of nominations, we saw the great innovation and resilience in the region. We looked for those ideas that we felt had the greatest impact during a time when many were struggling within the region to survive. But what we found was that many of you knew how to thrive. So you'll see on the screen the 2 semifinalists for each category. We'd like to honor both companies, so when your company is called, please come up and get your certificate. And I think we're waiting until the end. We'll have pictures taken. We'll have your pictures taken. So let's get started. Our first award will be Innovation in Banking and Finance. And I've done these in alphabetical order, so I'm not, upsetting the betting pools in Las Vegas or anything. So I've got here Lynn Reeser and her Northeast Indiana Talent Attraction doesn't really have a category yet that she feels like she's in. She's a transplant who came to Fort Wayne from Indianapolis, and when she did that, she experienced and saw for herself while she was in real estate that job candidates needed a better introduction to the city. Her business has done its research well before the job candidates might be coming to town and needing a ride from the airport. She considers her staff as the first friends, for those people coming here, whether they need to find a dog groomer or help getting a spouse acclimated. Three Rivers Federal Credit Union branch manager Lisa Cooper loves to be able to help customers. Her Stellhorn branch, like the other branches, is focused on community efforts. She helps children learn about financing through school programs, and with branch lobbies closed during the pandemic, employees focused on follow-up phone calls and processing over 900 PP loans. And the winner in the Innovation in Banking and Finance is Three Rivers. Innovation in Construction and Engineering. You may have seen some of JPR Jones Petrie Rafinsky's work. The Cooley Law School field in Lansing, Michigan has a 4-story mixed-use building in the park's outfield that it designed. It also has worked on Elkhart's Riverfront District. The full-service firm handles a variety of projects from municipal to professional sports stadiums. And if you've seen the remodeled Clyde Theater in Quimby Village, the Ash Brokerage building downtown, or Sweetwater's headquarters, you're familiar with MSKTD and Associates work. It designed the state's first Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design Platinum Certified project. MSKTD tailors its designs to the client's needs in, but not limited to, the higher education, healthcare, corporate, office, and advanced manufacturing industries. And the winner in the construction and engineering is MSKTD. JPR.
Thank you.
Innovation in Education. MLK Montessori School is an innovator among Montessori education centers, providing children from all walks of life with outstanding preschool education, and it's a licensed child care facility. Staff are always asking children questions to get them jump-started in their thinking and give them books so that they can start their own home libraries. And as Executive Director of Trine Innovation 1, Jason Bloom's world is ever-changing. A graduate of what is now Trine University, Bloom has a manufacturing background and his current position works with business, industry, and community worldwide with the students, expertise, and resources of Trine University. Innovation 1, for example, worked on a toboggan redesign for the Pokagon State Park. During COVID, Trine Innovation 1 pivoted to help the university turn its STEM classes with its mascot Storm into a video series, which has impacted over 3,500 K-5 students. And the winner in the education innovation is Trine University. And do we have a representative from MLK? Our next category is innovation in food and agriculture. You may not see AccuTemp's innovation, but here's some food for thought. Its innovative XLR8 patent pending griddle speeds cooking time up to 75%, giving customers faster service. That's a bonus, as many restaurants had to turn to carry out services during the pandemic. In Purdue Extension, it's managing the Johnny May Farm in southeast Fort Wayne. Its main purpose is to grow and sell fresh produce for neighbors in a food desert. Onions, garlic, chocolate mint, and the greens that they just can't seem to grow enough of are growing on lots on Winter Street, where residents can see for themselves how to grow food for themselves. And the winner is Purdue University Extension. AccuTemp. Our next award is in the Innovation in Healthcare and Fitness category. Seth Pfeiffer of CrossFit Angola makes sure members always work with a coach to get the most out of their workouts. He tried CrossFit himself in 2015 and started coaching there part-time in 2017 before he and partner Cody Ringel opened their first CrossFit in Angola. And Parkview Health had, within about a week and a half, when you have a pandemic, the old ways of doing things just aren't going to do. So Michelle Charles led Parkview Health's efforts to create a mass vaccination center at Miro Center for Research and Innovation. Getting thousands of patients through the doors in an efficient manner led to trial runs and the use of computer modeling that calculated factors such as supplies and staff needed and the time for patients to get in, get vaccinated, and observed, and then get out. Charles is Vice President of Informatics, which was a new position for Parkview. And the winner in the Innovation in Healthcare and Fitness is Parkview Health. Seth Pfeiffer here today. All right. Our next category is Innovation in Law. Carson LLP has a team dedicated to exceptional service. It's the delivery that they feel is innovative, with offering many virtual type options, a transition that was planned, but like so many other of our companies here today, had to be implemented at a much faster rate due to the pandemic. Indiana Legal Services is there to help people who have low incomes, and that group especially needed help during COVID-19's high eviction rate period. With people losing their jobs around March 2020, they weren't able to pay their rent. So Toby Thomas, staff attorney, is director of the Tenant Assistant Legal Clinic, which was created with a number of partners in the community. The clinic was able to help people avoid evictions and has served over 300 clients. And the winner in the law category is Indiana Legal Services. And do we have a representative from Carson? Our next category is innovation in real estate. Tyler Seacrest is just doing it different, he says. His Seacrest marketing group is creating all sorts of graphics, videos, and stories to help clients. Seacrest, 27, went from his family's lawn care business to flipping homes and got his real estate license. And our other person is Sunrise Apartments. Sunrise Apartments saw a need in its community for affordable housing, and it created an apartment complex that was specially designed for that group. And the winner in the real estate category is Sunrise Apartments. Unfortunately, we don't have a representative from that group coming today, but if we could, I know I saw Tyler Seacrest here, so please could you come up and get your certificate. Our next category is innovation in retail. The pandemic really made it tough for retail stores this year. Having numerous people come through the doors and touching items just wouldn't work. So Sarah Kelch put in on her, I'm sure, monogrammed thinking cap, and had customers pick up items that she placed in the windows of her monogram shop and had them text or email for curbside pickup or delivery. She also attracted up to 400 viewers when she started her Facebook Live events. Vera Bradley, I'm sure many of you have heard of. Vera Bradley is a Fort Wayne founded and run company that's expanded from making handbags into a multitude of things for everyday life. As CEO Rob Wallstrom says, retail has been changing dramatically, and we here can see Vera Bradley changing too. They've collaborated with Disney and have Harry Potter branded products, and the company's most recent endeavor, Good Market in Jefferson Point, brings together a variety of partners who are doing good things. Whether it's funding clean water in the Central African Republic or funding suicide prevention. And the winner in the retail category is the Monogram Shop. And Vera Bradley. Don't forget that Vera Bradley tote bag. Okay, our next category is Startup Innovator of the Year. Brett Bloom, a trained artist, created Dirt Wayne, a community-wide composting effort. Dirt Wayne collects food scraps and turns them into soil. A wain, by the way, is a large wagon. Keeping food scraps out of landfills saves space, reclaims valuable nutrients, and helps reduce methane emissions, a key driver in the climate crisis. And our other is Sunrise Apartments. We heard about a little bit about earlier that they created a low-cost housing, affordable housing for their community. And the winner in the Startup of the Year is Dirt Wayne. And now the most exciting one of the year, of this event, will be Innovator of the Year. Carrie Parker of Central Noble Schools certainly put on a lot of hats during her virtual teaching because of COVID-19. She used her creativity to keep the attention and have some fun during a difficult time for her special education students in grades 3 to 5. And Mike Whirling Farms is run by a fifth-generation farmer who is a technical specialist and agronomist for the Allen County Soil and Water Conservation District. He uses soil conservation and techniques on his farm. Whirling says the allowable loss of soil is 2 dimes worth per acre, but a thickness of 1 dime means a loss of 5 tons per acre. His zero allowance mindset is seen in his use of no-till farming since the 1980s, long before it was cool, and cover crops, and the addition of organic material to prevent soil erosion. And our Innovator of the Year is Mike Whirling. And is Carrie Parker here? Please come up. We can't recognize you without your purple wig.